Hello, beautiful people. If you're new here, my name is Jo. Today, I have a book haul. I have like 20-something books. I have no idea. I counted them, but I have since forgot the number. Let's just get right into it, okay? First off, we have Grimm and Barrett by Juliet Cross. It is on top because I'm currently reading it. This is book 6 in the Stay a Spell series. If you don't know what it's about, I have no idea why you wouldn't, because I talk about it all the time. This is a paranormal romance series, and this book is following Clara and Henry. I'm loving it so far. We're not going to talk about it today, but it's beautiful, gorgeous. I love it so much. Next, we have Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. This is following a battle-wearied orc named Viv who decides to hang up her sword and open up a coffee shop. This follows Viv as she goes through all of the struggles to open up the coffee shop, the friends that she makes along the way, and also Viv relearning how to live a kind of comfortable, normal life. I've already read this one. It's one of my favorites of the year. It was fan-fucking-tastic. This is not a review, Jordan. Next, we have Lord of the Fading Lands by C.L. Wilson. I've seen this book floating around quite a bit as a really good fantasy romance to check out. I don't know a lot about it. I'm kind of going into it blind, but there's like fire-breathing things on the back. I don't know. I've heard it was amazing. We'll see if I like it. I have no idea. Next, we have Mile High and The Right Move by Liz Tom Ford. Also, this cover is freaking gorgeous. These are sports romances. I have read Mile High. This is a hockey romance between a hotshot hockey player and the new flight attendant on the team's private plane. And then The Right Move is a 5-star prediction for me. It's following our heroine from the first book's brother and our heroine from the first book's friend. It's a 5-star prediction. I've heard it's amazing. I really liked book 1 and I'm excited to get into book 2. Next, we have Harrow the Ninth and Nona the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. This is the second and third book in the Locked Tomb series. I read Gideon the Ninth late last year and I absolutely loved it. I bawled my eyes out at the end. Am I excited to get into book 2? Yes. Am I hesitant? Also yes, because book 1 broke me down so badly at the end of it that I have no idea where the series is gonna go from there. A Soul to Touch by Opal Rain. This is book 3 in her Duskwalker series. I have already read books 1 and 2 and absolutely loved them. This is a fantasy romance series. It is also a monster romance series, if you cannot tell by the cover. In this world, there are demons. Most of the demons are kind of like animals. They eat everything that moves, but also the more humans that a demon consumes, the more humanity it gains. Most of these demons can only walk around in the dark, but there are these special demons called Duskwalkers who can walk around in the day and the night. Our first book begins when our heroine is sacrificed to one of these Duskwalkers in exchange for a kind of protective barrier over the village that she was residing in. It's really good. Is it for everyone? No, but it's for me. Okay, next we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I've already read Carissa Broadbent's War of Lost Hearts trilogy and really liked it. This is another one that I have seen just about everywhere. I have no idea what it's about. I genuinely don't, and I'm totally fine with that. I think there's vampires, but I could be wrong. It's happened before. These next 3 books were gifted to me by my friend Jenn from the Book Refuge. I will have her channel linked down below. Hi, Jenn. I love you so much. She gave these to me for my birthday. We have Guild by Raven Kennedy. The only thing that I know about this one is that it is a King Midas retelling, which is very interesting. Obviously, it has been super popular literally everywhere, and I have not read it yet. I'm super excited to get into this one. Next, we have Desperate Measures by Katie Robert. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is a part of her like dark Disney series, I think, and this is Jasmine and Jafar's book. It's really short. It sounds delicious. I have read the first 3 books in Katie Roberts' Dark Olympus series, and I really like those, so I'm excited to see how I feel about this one as well. The House of the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. This is another book that I saw literally everywhere, and I've been dying to read it. The only thing that I know about this one is that our main character has to go and determine whether these 6 magical children will bring about the end days, and he falls in love. I've heard amazing things about it, and I'm hoping to get into it soon. I'm super excited about that one. Next, we have The Witch Slayer and The Shadowhunter. This is books 1 and 2 in the Witchbound series by Opal Rain. This is a dragon shifter romance. In this world, witches and dragons do not get along. They're pretty much enemies. In this first book, our heroine is just chilling in her cottage, out in the woods, taking care of creatures and shit, when her cat brings in this winged lizard who is injured. As she nurses it back to health, she is unknowingly making a blood pact with a dragon. He now owes her a life debt. It's a shifter romance. It also verges on monster toward the very end. I loved the first book. I have not yet read the second book, but I am eager to get into it. I love Opal Rain. Next, we have Valor, Ruin, and Wrath, all by John Gwynne. This is books 2, 3, and 4 in the Faithful and the Fallen series. I read book 1, Malice, last month and absolutely loved it, and I am dying to continue on with this series. The first book is kind of like a classic fantasy story in which there's a prophecy about a good guy and a bad guy. There's bad gods, there's good gods. We're following a pretty large cast of characters, if I'm being honest, as they are preparing for the next coming of the God War. A lot of the mythology of the world reminded me a lot of the story of like God and Lucifer in Christianity, which I always found really fascinating. So now I have these, and they're huge. Next, we have the infamous, the ever known, The Fourth Wing, or just Fourth Wing. No, just Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I bought this because of the hype and because of the beautiful sprayed edges. Also, dragons. I'm hoping that it lives up to the hype for me, but you never know. It's got at least 3 brownie points already, so we'll see what I think about it. Next, we have Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Yakuza Lover by Nozomi Mino. I bought these and read these for the Mafia Romance Readathon this past time a couple weeks ago, and I really like these. The first volume begins when our heroine is at this college party. She stumbles upon this kind of drug scene and is threatened by these druggy dudes when our hero steps in and saves her. He turns out to be an underboss in the Yakuza crime syndicate. This manga is insane, okay? I'm just gonna let you know, this manga is insane. If you're looking for lovey-dovey, you're not gonna find it here. If you're looking for slow burn, you're not gonna find it here. But if you want a crazy fun good time, Yakuza Lover is your girl, okay? Yakuza Lover is your girl. Next, I have Vinland Saga Book 2 by Makoto Yukimura. This is a Viking revenge manga. I did read Book 1 quite a few years ago, and I've been really wanting to continue on with the series, but these volumes are expensive. But I really loved Book 1 in this series, and I definitely want to reread it before getting into this, but I'm super excited to read more. I've heard amazing things about the series as a whole. I really loved Book 1. I love Vikings. And last but not least, we have I Hate Fairyland Volume 4 by Scotty Young. In this story, we are following a girl named Gertrude who somehow finds her way into Fairyland. In order to get back home, she must find this magical key, and she tries and tries and tries and tries until 30 years later she is a bitter bitch, but she is still stuck inside the body of like an 8-year-old, and she's going around killing the things in Fairyland. It is absolutely, again, insane, but it is amazing. Absolutely hilarious. It's one of my favorite comics that I've read, and the art is absolutely gorgeous and colorful and amazing. That's all of the books that I've bought. It's quite a few. It's quite a few, I'm not gonna lie. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a fan-fucking-tastic day, gorgeous, and I will see you next time.